What's up, you movie maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and it is time for another Quickie movie haul. Got a lot of great stuff as usual. Just got out of work, so I might look a little flush because I've been out in the elements forever. But let's get right into this one because I've got a lot of cool flicks in here. Some I've been waiting to see for a long time, and other ones that are just guilty pleasures that I just can't get enough of. But let's jump right in, shall we? First up is a Bigfoot movie that I have been wanting to see for a long time. Apparently I've already seen it before because one of my friends told me that we watched it before in college. I must have been asleep that time. I don't remember much about it. But the movie that I'm talking about is a new release. It is Night of the Demon. And yeah, I don't remember watching this one. And I'll admit right off the bat that I actually tried to watch this one a couple days ago and fell asleep just because I had a long day at work. Definitely going to be putting it in the next coming weeks because I got to give it a chance when I'm fully awake and want to check it out and see what it's all about because it looks pretty crazy from the trailer, and I am a sucker for Bigfoot flicks. And yeah, this one looks absolutely insane. But Severin put this one out and got the slipcover there. And then inside here is the alternate cover, which I went with this one because I like to mix it up. That was a pretty badass cover though. Sasquatch coming at you with an axe. Nothing scarier than that. But yeah, it just looks like a pretty cool Bigfoot flick. Of course, if you guys have seen this one before, let me know what you think. I know a few of you have mentioned it when I put up the Sasquatch, The Legend of Bigfoot video. Some of you guys mentioned that this one blows it out of the water. I'm sure it does because, yeah, that Sasquatch one is more of just a really low-key documentary. They try to keep it as real as possible. This one looks like it just goes batshit crazy into kind of slasher territory. So totally different beasts, but same subject matter. And I just like the different approaches that filmmakers have with the subject of Bigfoot. And this one looks like it's going to be a hell of a good time. And looking forward to checking it out. I'll get on it. But yep, that is Night of the Demon. Next up is a totally different movie. This is more of a straight comedy, pretty much comedy satire on kind of television networks and just a spoof in general. It is UHF with Weird Al Yankovic, and this one is really out there. A lot of memorable moments in it. A lot of amazing characters, and I haven't actually watched this one in a long time. So figured I'd pick it up because I've never owned it before in the collection. Same with the Night of the Demon. Never owned it before. First time in the collection. This one as well. So just really looking forward to revisiting it. It's always fun to watch a movie that you're fond of growing up and to kind of revisit it and see how it holds up. I have no doubt that it's going to hold up because most of the comedies and stuff that I grew up with, I still get a kick out of. So yeah, a really fun film. Just thinking about the different moments in it, it made me laugh. Really good satire on kind of just over the top movie ideas and television hosts and just a really random bunch of stuff. But Weird Al Yankovic does a really amazing job in this one. And just for the life of me, I can't even think off the top of my head if he's ever taken another crack at feature films. I don't believe he has, but if you happen to know of one, please let me know. But yeah, cool looking edition. And this one was put out by Shout Factory. So yeah, cool flick, and definitely one that I'm gonna watch when I need a nice little lighthearted romp, and this one will satisfy, I know it. But yep, UHF, Weird Al Yankovic. Next up is a movie I picked up by somebody who was selling it for God knows why. I love this movie. Thought it was fun when I watched it with my friends on one of our Monday movie nights. In the movie I'm talking about, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it's a horror movie or a revenge flick. action flick. I don't know what you would even categorize this as, but the movie is Blood Games. And this one is out of control. It starts off with an all-female softball team, I guess, playing a bunch of local hicks in this area. And for some reason, these girls are like on a travel team, and they're in the middle of nowhere playing these bunch of assholes, and they end up beating them, and it just it escalates from there. The team that is beaten, the bunch of rednecks, they take offense with the loss, and they hunt down these women. I believe they attempt to rape somebody, and I don't think they kill one of the girls on the team, but the rest of the girls are hunted then too by the whole entire town, and it's pretty much like a game of survival at that point, and they're all just trying to survive, and eventually they start fighting back. It's just a really, really insane film that it just starts out so lighthearted, and then it just turns into pure terror and just ridiculousness by the end. Really insane flick. Definitely check it out if this sounds right up your alley. Blood Games, a movie that's hard to describe, but definitely impossible to get out of your mind after viewing it. It's really just one of those obscure out there flicks that just goes balls to the wall into crazy territory that you just did not expect it to get into. But yep, Vinegar Syndrome put this one out, and just a great transfer on a very strange and unknown film. I've never owned this one on DVD, so first time in the collection. So far, they are all firsts. But Blood Games, one hell of a cinematic experience. And definitely fun to watch it with a group of friends. So definitely take advantage of that just strange flavor of the film and laugh it up with all of your buddies. But let's move it on to a movie that I do not believe I have seen before. No, I have not. And yeah, it is Screaming Skull. Yeah, I don't even believe I've owned this one before. So I think first time in the collection. I've never seen it, but just looks like a fun little black and white psychological kind of horror flick. Just driving this lady insane, it looks like. But yeah, I don't know much about it. It's kind of a blind buy, but it's not really a blind buy when I'm buying it from, what is this one? This is Scream. Scream Factory put this one out, and yeah, I mean, they're pretty good on their output, and just looks like an interesting film in general, so not really a blind buy on my part, because I know I'm going to end up really enjoying it. But Screaming Skull, never seen it in my life. So definitely want to check this one out sometime, and maybe I'll let you know what my thoughts are on it. But yep, don't have much to say about this one, because I haven't seen it. But Screaming Skull in the collection. But let's move it on to another movie I haven't seen before, but I love the actor and actress in this one, and I've kind of been wanting to buy it for a long time, and then Kino put it out, and they're always a must-buy from company. Anything they put out is actually gold, and really, really classic stuff, and the movie I'm talking about is Cartouche. And yeah, don't know much about it other than I think it's like an action adventure kind of film. And I don't know if it's pulling from history. I can't off the top of my head tell you if Cartouche is a real life person or not. But yeah, the cast in it is fantastic, with Jean-Paul Belmondo and Claudia Cardinal in the lead roles. And I've always been a fan of both of them for various different reasons. I know Jean-Paul just does a lot of amazing of his own stunts, and just a very charismatic actor in general. With Claudia, just absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. Every film I see her in, she just kind of steals the scenery and really makes it something special. So I've always been wanting to see this one because it's got two of those guys together, and just the if you look up the trailer, it does actually look really interesting and action-packed and fun and definitely entertaining. So Cartouche, it's been on my must-watch list for a long time. Finally have it in the collection, so I am happy about that. And like most of these, well, like all of these so far, never owned it before, so these are all firsts in the collection, so that's always exciting. But there is Cartouche. But let's move it on to a movie that, this one I do own on DVD. It's kind of, nobody likes this movie. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it is yet again, another remake of a classic story. This is probably the 5th or 6th time they've remade this story. But the movie I'm talking about is, what year did this one come out? 2007. 2007's The Invasion. And of course, this is off of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And yeah, it's not one of my favorites of the story, but I thought it was actually pretty entertaining. It had its own little kind of spin on the whole body snatching aspect. And of course, Nicole Kidman does a great job in it. Daniel Craig does a great job in it. But I don't think the story is up to par to the other classics of the genre and of the actual story. Yeah, it just doesn't have the impact of the other ones. But there is a really, really huge sense of paranoia, which is kind of essential in this story. So they do a good job there. But yeah, it just didn't hit with audiences when it came out. And it didn't really go anywhere from there. People just forgot it as soon as they saw it. But it's always stuck with me, a few scenes in there. And I've always enjoyed this version of it. But I think I would love any version of this story. So, yeah, I don't know how much that carries weight. But The Invasion, decent enough. And I find it entertaining. And I'm a sucker for this pretty much Invasion of the Body Snatchers story in general. So, had to get it in the collection, even though I owned it. Just upgrade it because it was dirt cheap. Why not? And just, it's a entertaining film. But that is The Invasion. Moving along to a movie I've never seen before. It is apparently a classic disaster film that I just have not taken the time to watch it. Never owned it before, so now I got a really good chance of seeing it. And it is going to be the movie called Earthquake, with a huge ass cast. But I guess like in the 70s, there was tons of these movies that came out that they just jam-packed the film with a bunch of actors and actresses from all walks of life and just kind of let them run wild in a disaster film. And just like a few of the people that are in this is Charlton Heston. I mean, that guy alone is top billing. You don't need anyone else. But you also have Ava Gardner, George Kennedy, who I love from Police Academy, Naked Gun. Why did I think Police Academy? From Naked Gun, the Naked Gun films. And you got Richard Roundtree. You got, who else do we have in here? Losing my train of thought. Got Lauren Green. Just a bunch of people. Huge cast. And for a special effects laden film. And definitely one that I've been wanting to check out because it is just like a classic of the genre and just a huge cast. And I actually really, really love those disaster films of the 70s. I think Poseidon Adventure falls into that category, and that is like one of my favorites of those. I just love that film. I think Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine in that one are just awesome. But yeah, Earthquake, don't know much other than it's probably about an earthquake and people surviving. So haven't seen it. Definitely going to be checking it out sometime soon because like it says right here, it is an event. So I don't want to miss out on this event. But yep, Earthquake, first time in the collection. Never seen it before. Looking forward to checking it out. But let's move it on. We got two more. Let's move it on to a ridiculous action movie. This one is insane. The premise is insane. The execution is insane. The acting is insane. Pretty much a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't know how highly you guys regard this one, but it is John Woo's Face Off with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage hamming it up like no one has ever seen in this world. They just go batshit crazy in their respective roles, which swap, so it makes it even more insane. But yeah, it's just a guilty pleasure of mine. It is not a masterpiece by any means, but definitely a ridiculously fun film. John Woo this is his second movie that he did in the United States. His first was Replacement Killers, I believe. I think that's the name of it. Damn, I haven't thought of that movie in forever. But I think he followed it up with Face Off, and Face Off was the hit that he was looking for, but it's just not the same quality of his movies prior to this. So I don't think you're ever going to get that guy back. But Face Off, fun as hell movie, just over the top, ridiculous, over the top acting, scenes are insane, just a crazy film in general, and fun. But that's Face Off. Guilty pleasure. And I believe I own it already on DVD, but I wanted to upgrade it into Blu-ray. So here it is in the collection for a second time. Face Off. Jeez. But next up is, or I guess this is the last one. So finally we have a movie that I've always been curious about, but never had the chance to watch it. And I watched the trailer recently and thought, you know what, I got to check out this oddity because it really does seem kind of weird and out there, and there's nothing like it. The movie I'm talking about is God Monster of Indian Flats. And this one is a creature feature film with the most saddest looking creature I've ever seen in my life. Just looks like it needs to be put out of its misery. But you can see from there, it's some kind of weird sheep looking thing. It's just grotesque and embarrassing, pretty much. But I just really interested in seeing this flick. I don't know why. It just looks like it's one of those cinematic oddities that you just have to see to believe it. And it's just a really low budget kind of fare. And I believe it's a 70s film. I want to say 1973. Just looks interesting to me. And I honestly don't know what anyone's thoughts are on this film. I haven't done much research or checked out any reviews or anyone's, thoughts on the film. But just looks like something that's up my alley, something that'll entertain me and I'll get a kick out of. And I just noticed before I was filming this, just looking over the box, and it actually has a bonus movie on it. And it's a Bigfoot movie, and one that I've been wanting to check out. I didn't even know it was available on here. But it is The Legend of Bigfoot from 1975. So another docudrama kind of Bigfoot film from the 70s. So I am just absolutely thrilled that I saw that on there. I had no idea it was a bonus feature. But damn, it's a hell of a package. So looking forward to checking out both these movies and seeing what they're all about. And yep, I am just very pleased that there's a Bigfoot movie in there. So maybe you'll be seeing a review on another Bigfoot flick. And maybe God Monsters of Indian Flats. But yep, both first time in the collection, so looking forward to checking them out. But yeah, that is the quite extensive movie haul for today. As usual, I try to mix it up with the pics in there of what I am showing off. And yep, pretty satisfied with this one. A lot of range in there. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. And I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I always love hearing from you. Even if I don't respond in a timely manner, which I am horrible at. I see every comment, but I'm always doing something, so I never get back to the actual comment. But I mean, I just love hearing from you guys. I mean, it's pretty much almost 100% positive, just people interacting with the channel, and not a lot of normal internet or YouTube people, like trolls on there, like just saying how stupid I am, or these movies are crap. I mean, you get people here and there, they're opinionated about their stuff, but for the most part, it is almost pretty much 100% positive, which is one of the main reasons why I made this channel. Why I do all my reviews are all positive reviews. I just don't care for negative shit anymore. I can see it here and there on some of the channels that I watch, and I just want to put as much positivity out there and just kind of throw as many cool flicks out there to you guys and see what you think. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Take care, stay out of trouble, and I will talk to you guys later. The next time I'm in front of a camera talking about movies. But I got a whole bunch more movie reviews to show you guys. Probably going to be filming 3 or 4 tonight. So stay tuned for that. But see you guys later, guys. See ya!